Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over all of the newest content in NHL 22. We got a new big icon upgrade that we're going to discuss, as well as some X Factor upgrades to go along with the new style icon cards that we already covered because of, the obviously early pack. So guys, if you enjoy the content, make sure that you subscribe for the most up-to-date news, tips, and info in NHL 22. All right, let's get into it. All right, we'll start first with the new 89 Primetime Connor. Hellebuck's got Thief, Gladiator, and Heart and Soul. Not a great synergy combo, but then has Sponge and Contortionist. And we've gone over this a number of times, guys. Obviously, the zone ability that you want on any goaltender is going to be post-to-post. There's a couple of other options, but really the only one we're chasing is that post-to-post. Sponge isn't bad, but it's not one that you probably want to spend your ability points on. He's got 89 speed, which is nice. Glove high and glove low is nice, and he is 6'4", so he's got some pretty good stats, but probably not a goaltender that I want to pay because again, you're going to have to pay the price, the fact that he's 89 overall, and that's going to be around 50K. Taking a look at his X Factor now, he's got Whirlwind, which provides a large energy boost for all skaters on the team after making 3 saves within 5 seconds. That's extremely rare, and if he's making 3 saves in 5 seconds, it's probably going in. He's got Handled It, provides a large energy boost for all skaters on the team after stopping a breakaway or a penalty shot. For one, that's not awful. Reminds me a lot of Born Leader on, your first line. But then Dialed In, exceptional boost in reaction time, recovery, and save ability after making 15 saves in a game. There isn't, this is going to sound weird, but the higher the divisions go, the less shots you're going to face because the players that play in the higher divisions, usually the shots that they take are very, very high opportunity, high chance, so there isn't as many shots. But if you're in the lower divisions, Dialed In could be something decent because a lot of people just kind of flick up or take shots that aren't really high quality, but I haven't really tested out Dialed In at all. Let me know in the comments section if you've noticed it. We've got the 89 IGOR Shesterkin with Dialed In as a superstar ability and goal post-to-post. If you're going to use anyone that's under 6'5", or 6'4", really, probably that'd be the cutoff. You need to have goal post-to-post, in my opinion. And this one does. He absolutely ruins my Sharks this season. They've played twice and it's 2 shutouts, so I'm glad that the Sharks don't have to play the Rangers anymore. But 73 aggression, again, good stats and attributes that you'd want, like glove high at 88's okay. Speed at 91, though, is great, and aggression 73. But then, yeah, 6'1's a little low. I wouldn't want to go that low, but goal post-to-post is nice. We've got the 90 ANZE KOPITAR with gold quick draw, which I have mentioned is was a little bit more rare. Now you're starting to see a little bit more and more. It is a very important zone ability to have on one player, in my opinion, because you basically win any draw in the defensive zone with this activated. Quick pick is a nice defensive ability as well. It's 6'3", he's great size, has Thief as well on this card in particular, and can get Fly the Zone. I would probably go Fly the Zone over Wingman on my centerman, but speed isn't as important at center. However, if you're comparing cards together, Austin Matthews 91 has a little bit better skating, a little bit better shot, but I do like the zone abilities of this. But overall, if you got this untradeable, I wouldn't be upset. This could be a nice card. Defensively, he's very, very good. And then taking a look at his X Factor, and when you combined everything, he's got Distributor. I wish he had a secondary speed synergy. He doesn't. You probably want to put Thief on him as that second one. So you're looking at 89 speed, 87 acceleration. Good balance, decent shot. Hand stats are okay as well. Thief is going to get everything into the high 90s with defensive awareness, stick checking, and face-offs. I wish he didn't have gold quick pick. I wish he had quick draw on him there, but it's not like it's awful. But again, I'd still much rather have it on a defenseman, and then or silver tape to tape would be worth activating. I don't know if I would keep investing in ANZE KOPITAR. Just comparing centermen, you could go out and get the X Factor Matthews, or if you want to compare them, or even Draisaitl. Those are guaranteed 99s, and they're around the same size and a little bit better skating. Not so much for Draisaitl. Draisaitl actually is a little bit higher with that acceleration, but Matthews would be the good comp because they're both the exact same size, essentially. I would rather have Austin Matthews. I would probably, if I wouldn't have both, is what I'm saying. And then we've got the 91 David Pastrnak with Gladiator and Booming Shot, which is an awesome combo for this card specifically, with gold Seeing Eye. So an exceptional power and accuracy on shots when the goalie is screened, and a goalie's reaction time is also greatly reduced with shooting with this ability. I don't know if there's a forward with the gold seeing eye ability. So that might be interesting to mess around with. Not to mention the combo of gladiator and booming shot is really nice. Speed at 94, acceleration 94. We're getting close to where PASTRNAK cards are like kind of like endgame. Again, when I talk about endgame cards, guys, for anyone that knows, just to kind of give you guys a baseline for it, it's cards that if the game finished, let's say you're into the summertime, and a card could stay on your team even after team of the season, all the 99s, and you wouldn't be that upset. High 90 speed is where you want to start, and then shot and everything else and ability. So PASTRNAK's getting there, but this is a really nice card, to be honest with you. Let me know if anyone tries out that gold seeing eye. And then his X Factor does get an upgrade as well. He hasn't had many. He still does not have his third synergy, so kind of a letdown in terms of his X Factor. Just hasn't had that big of a season to get it, I guess, in comparison. There's a lot of righties, and again, we're getting to that point where do you want to invest in this card over some of the others? So just off the top of my head, like if we're talking just X Factors, I'd rather have McKinnon. I'd rather have Ovi. You know, there's a lot of righties that you'd want over him, but it's not like this is bad. Like this would be a good alternative if you didn't have McKinnon, let's say. Thief is kind of pointless on him, but you could go Magician or Gladiator as well to get that body checking up, and then booming shots. So then you have the same kind of boost there to his low body checking. But I'm not a big fan of Snipe at all. 1T is okay. I'd rather have it on defenseman, unless you score a lot of 1Ts with right or left-handed wingers. But this is a very good card. Don't get me wrong, and I would pick between it. Like, I wouldn't want to have multiple of these. Like, if I had PASTRNAK and Panarin, I'd move on from Panarin and only do PASTRNAK. Next, on to the new style icon cards. We've got the 84 Sean Durzi. This is low-key a nice right-handed defenseman card. Workhorse and Wingman gets his acceleration up to 89. And again, I'm talking to the people that just started playing Hockey Ultimate Team. This might not be a very bad card to go after because he shouldn't be all that expensive with being only 84. It does have nice skating. Like, for 15K, there isn't a lot of good defensemen that you can go out and get in that range. So definitely one to watch out for, I think. The zone abilities, I just wouldn't activate, though. Then we've got the 86 William Karlsson, booming shot, as well as Heart and Soul and Thief. Not a huge fan of this card because he is a center, but I don't think that his center abilities are good enough that you'd want to use him there. I mean, I guess you could. 82 speed, or 82 faceoffs, you have to be good at faceoffs. So if you are, then you could get away with that. Gold tape to tape isn't bad, but again, that's a lot depending on how high up in the lineup he is. I just think that there's some other 86 overall cards that you might want to go after instead of this one. Next, we've got the 87 Eric Blum 510. Does have Distributor and Spark, as well as Booming Shot. Nice combo here. 88 speed, 91 acceleration, and 92 body checking if you get these two activated. Defensive awareness and stick checking are kind of low, though. And again, you're going to have to pay that full price for the 87 overall cards, which are about 35,000 coins. Stick 'em up is okay, but just not a huge fan of it for, I think, like Quick Pick and Shutdown are much better. But definitely, you know, again, I'm not huge on the smaller defensemen. I'd probably avoid, in all honesty. For 35,000 coins, I wouldn't do it. Then we've got the 87 Moritz SEIDER with Wingman and Buzzing, as well as Bombarded. He's got Silver Shutdown, Gold 1T. Wouldn't activate 1T on a defenseman for that cost. I'd do the Silver one, but not the zone ability. 87 speed and 89 acceleration with Wingman activated, which is definitely usable. The Silver Shutdown also helps out quite a bit because he is big. If you are looking for a big right-handed defenseman and you can't afford, let's say, Dougie Hamilton or Shea Weber, like the big guys, this is definitely an option for you, especially early on. His skating is slow, but you take advantage of it in your own zone. So pair him with someone fast on the left-hand side. Then we've got the 87 Tom Wilson, and I'm not a huge fan of this card. I think his skating is just way too low. It's the gold zone ability that I have a super, curiosity for. The gold total eclipse, I don't think we've actually had that yet in the game. An exceptional skill at screening the goalie and obstructing their view. When screening with this player, the goalie's reaction time is greatly reduced. That would be amazing on a centerman. If you combined, like, 1T and Seeing Eye on, like, let's say Team of the Year Hedman or the Master Set Burns, and you had a center that had total eclipse, I would love to try that out and see if it's just an absolute gross combination. But on a winger, especially one that's this slow, wouldn't want to do it. Then we've got the 89 Patrick LAINE with Wingman and Buzzing. Patrick LAINE cards are always very hit or miss depending on your play style. You have to be someone that controls the time on attack and cycles in the zone because he does feel very slow, slower than his stats indicate usually. 88 speed, 90 acceleration with Wingman. Agility gets up to 92. His shot is phenomenal. Like, that's high 90s, which is great. 85 body checking is okay, but he's a 6'5", so he'll crush anyone. Unstoppable Force, I haven't actually noticed it working very well. I still find that you get bumped quite a bit, even if you have it activated. I did it on the X Factor McDavid, and I didn't notice it at all. But if you are someone who enjoyed Patrik Laine's card last year, the international one, then I see no reason why this one wouldn't work out for you as well. We've got the 90 JACCOB SLAVIN with Distributor, getting him up to 90 speed, as well as Light the Lamp, Silver Quick Draw, and Gold Truculence, which I really like, obviously, especially on defensemen. Gold Truculence has been great. He's 6'3", which is awesome. I might go Wingman over Distributor, to be honest with you. 88 speed. I'd rather have it on the acceleration, I think. Defensive awareness is almost max. Body checking is great. This could be a really, really nice top-end left-handed defenseman. Like, if you don't have Team of the Year Hedman, for example, and you can't afford, let's say, Whitney or Chikrin, this could be a nice option for you. Taking a look at Slavin's X Factor now. He's up to tier 15, so he does get some more synergies, obviously, with that large tier upgrade. He does have Gladiator, Booming Shot, and then Spark, or any of the skating synergies, essentially. I would like Spark. It maxes out his body checking, although you don't really need to because of Booming Shot. It's already so high, but I like the acceleration more than the speed. Gold Shutdown is great. Bouncer is a nice one as well, and even stick him up for the silver ability because it's so cheap. This is starting to become a nice defenseman. The problem is just the cost. Again, it's going to depend on how many collectibles you can get in a week. Like, if you play Hut Champs and you can average 11 wins, then I think that your ability to get some of these cards are a little bit more. But this is like a left-handed version of John Carlsson, and John Carlsson is one of the better X Factors outside of Dougie Hamilton. If you can't get, like Team of the Year Hedman, for example, or, those kinds of players. So a very, very nice card, and he's slowly becoming one of the better left-handed defensemen in the game. And then we've got the 92 Peter Forsberg, one of my favorite players ever growing up as a kid. He had Spark and Buzzing, which gives him 93 acceleration, 95 agility, and 93 speed, which is great. He's got his shot in the mid-90s. He's got great hand stats, and defensively, he's also extremely good with that gold quick draw ability. Makes him one of the best centers in the game. It's kind of weird because this card, I think, might be better than his Master Icon, which we'll go and take a look at in just a second, but a really, really good card. I'm curious to see on PS5 what the going price for this Forsberg is. 300 is a little expensive, but if he got down to like 225, 200, this is, like I said, one of the best centers in the game. Then taking a look at the Icon upgrade now, so up to 92. First of all, the card art is so cool, but he gets Heart and Soul, which, again, is just very tough to activate. He does have Spark, so you can throw Spark on him there, and then, like, Booming Shot is probably what I would go as his second one. Body checking would get up just much higher there. He'd have a little bit less skating than that other card, than his 92 style icon card, and I'd much rather have Quick Draw than Unstoppable Force. All of his other superstar abilities just aren't that good. Honest to God, guys, I would much rather have the 92 style icon card than his master icon card, but still very cool. If you have this one untradeable, it's tough, man, because you're looking at, 100K to get to tier 3. You're looking at 125,000, so that's 225 to get to the 90 overall, and then another 145. Like, that's almost 400K to get this card up to 92. Can't advise you guys to do that, but I know a lot of people love Forsberg, so I don't blame you if you do, but wouldn't advise it. Wouldn't be the smartest thing. I'd rather take those coins and just go buy the style icon. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.